Growing up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie.
Coach, thank you. Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for the ex-Utah State Aggie, Darwin Thompson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let him know, let him know.
They'll run with Thompson. And some space here. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Mike, go. Check, 59. You must be getting tired.
Now Bradford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Now, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Squeeze up.
3rd and long for Bradford. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry of the game, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Finding room at the 30. Dashing through the snow. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 34 yards there and a 1st down. Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play, an absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
On play action, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Empty.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Go. 280. Check 53 is mine. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Check nickel. Switch. Sunday. Out. Check. Crunch. Please. Watch the eye.
Throwing his Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They
run it here with Thompson. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Let's go.
Now a give, right side. Grant, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. Bradford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Whip. Watch the whip. 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, Ford, Tokyo. Lefty. Check. Smooth.
Back near the goal line. Here's Wentz. And Wentz will not be able to get rid of it. He's taken down for a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
This is Thompson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They just do get the playoff. Now Bradford. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Bradford. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Bradford. He gets this one to Johnson. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and run for it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Corey Grant with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken short. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
47's the mic.
Wentz now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To try again after the sack. Wentz throwing right, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Number 53, Mike 53. Let's go, let's go. 53's the Mike.
Now Wentz on third down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Bradford now. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Bradford. And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check 59, right?
Bradford to throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jerome Baker in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check safety, check safety. Mike spot 9, Mike spot 9. Watch the pass, watch the pass. Hey, Mike's 59, Mike's 59. Here we go, here we go.
To throw, Bradford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On to stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. I got it.
To throw is Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. He finds his target. It's Evans. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Wentz now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jerome Baker, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Let's fly three.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Grant. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike. Hey, keep it up. 58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Bradford. He finds his man Johnson. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Brought down by Nate Gary. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give, right side. Grant. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Bradford. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go back to Grant. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he's stopped at the Eagles' 30.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Bradford on 3rd and 2. He's got Burton here. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This is Grant. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
58, right over there, yeah.
They'll try to throw now. Bradford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jerome Baker in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Wentz on the give to Sanders. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run. It's Sanders. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
2nd and 6.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go. It's a throw. So we got man.
Throwing, Bradford. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, Ron, and maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Lefty. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
Hey, box drop.
Mike, 53.
Wentz now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. This defense so strong all afternoon long, well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Rapid.
Hey, kill. Hey, 4-2 kill.
47 Mike.
Hey, Sarah. Hey, Delta.
You ain't got nothing. Slam. 47's the Mike. 47's the Mike.
Kill.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, check, Mike.
Back to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Wentz to throw. His throw incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert 3.
5-9.
53's the Mike.
Hey, exit.
To throw is Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
81.
Watch Mike. Let's go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Wentz now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
At the 38-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
We own it. We own it.
Another run here with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Check 50, check 50.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Marcus Davenport. And it's looking like the Dolphins are going to win the football game.
Let's go now. Time to end it. Come on, baby. Woo!
On 1st down, it's Grant, and he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game.